Uh, all right, so I think we are good now. And okay, so I just want to make sure everyone can see us. Thank you. Wonderful. And I hit my GoPro for backup, and we are going to start now. Let us pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sambuddhassa. Namo buddhaya, namo dhammaya, namo sanghaya. Good morning to all of you on the west side of the world. I think good afternoon into the evening to everyone on the east side of the world, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, and everyone in the West, Canada, and United States. I'm going to put on my glasses for a second here. I try to manage without it. So everyone has been very excited and was wondering, where's Venerable Chidao? He said Toronto, Canada, but we don't know why he's going there and where is he at right now. So everyone well know Venerable Sarnapala. He is the president and abbot of West End Monastery Temple here in Toronto, Canada. And the city here is
Mississauga.
Mississauga. Here we go.
The Toronto West.
West Toronto.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone knows that I'm not from here, so some cities are difficult to pronounce. If you went to Florida,
Actually, I'm the deputy abbot of this temple.
Deputy abbot.
But I'm also the abbot of another temple called Toronto Buddhist Monastery. It's by the airport. It's a small temple. So I'm the chief abbot of that temple and the deputy abbot of this temple.
Wow.
Okay.
As we go along, all of you will discover so many things about Venerable Sarnapala. And that's what brings me here, because he holds multiple positions and capacities here in Canada, leading a kinder and wiser nation. And earlier, no cameras were rolling as I was trying to, make introduction and continue the conversation where we're at as monastics. And after just, I think, 30 minutes, I realized that, okay, Venerable Sir, can I get all of my cameras in here now and tell them why we're here, what we're doing here, and how we're going to proceed on in the forthcoming days? So Venerable Sarnapala invited me on the bi-weekly discussion during the COVID times. I believe I joined post-COVID or after COVID was done a little bit. I believe I've joined perhaps during the COVID. Yeah, I think 20 times I've been on there.
Yeah, more than 20 times, I guess.
More than a year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. We both have a lot of programs, so forgive us if we mistake minor details. And he inspires me so much. One must ask, if Venerable Chidao is this young, what brings him to inspiration and the strength that he needs to pull through his day of counseling hundreds of people and now in the thousands? And I wanted to have that conversation with you all, is that Venerable Sarnapala is my source of daily inspiration. Now, what makes him such a great source of inspiration for all of us is that, you see, you all scroll through your phone. Well, I also scroll through my phone. I have quite a few phones. And every time when I do, he has the grab your coffee daily Dhamma study, discussion, and Q&A. And it is so mesmerizing to me, because I said, he just celebrated his 55th birthday.
51st.
Oh, 51st. 51st. He's wise, so I got to give him a couple more years. And I go, wow. I remember when I first started out as a monk, and I did this every day, and then the counseling sessions got overwhelmed. But here he is celebrating his 51st birthday and doing this every day for the people around the entire world. I couldn't help it but to make it a mission to finally come to see him in person. As we sit in a 30-minute talk, he says, do you see this right here? This interaction with his student that was here with us, who was also in front of us meditating. And he says, this right here is what it's all about. The interaction, the human to human, the face to face. And everything he said lined up with my philosophy about what it's like to actually come to see the Buddhist monk and to be intimate with the Buddhist monk. And intimacy is defined as to confront in the presence of another. And this is where you really tell them what's going on in your life, where have you been, where you're at now, where you want to go, and who do you want to go with. And as we all know, historically and most recently, Venerable Sanapawa has done a lot of wedding ceremonies. So we don't object you guys from falling in love and keeping the love that you find. But a lot of magic happened here within the last hour and a half that I've been here. Whereas married couples, young, Gen Millennials, Gen Zoomers, who come and seek inspiration, blessings, and to be reminded of the Triple Gem. And I run out and grab my laptops and stuff. I get to meet the couple that was just here as they have to return back to work. And so I will be here for 1 week and exploring and conducting social research in the city of Toronto. This Sunday, I will be giving a talk. Venerable Sanapala invited me to give a talk for the youths that is going to be here, perhaps up to 24 of Gen Zoomers and other Buddhist devotees. And we have come to a date for you all to come visit both of us together on Monday from 6 p.m. to 7:30. I'll probably be here till like 8:30, and I'm pretty sure there'll be more questions when the camera is not rolling. But to raise awareness of West End Buddhist Temple, to let everyone know about West End Temple and Venerable Sarnapala, who holds so much and so dear to me. I'm having a hard time finding words to describe the feeling that I'm here, and to ask him questions, and to be one with a senior teacher to help guide me and empower me forward on this challenging path of life. And also, everyone is well aware Venerable Sarnapala has finished his book and is well published. Are You Kindful? I'm going to hold it up to the screen, right? I guess Venerable Sanapala beat me to it because I was 40% done with my book, but due to counseling sessions, I had to postpone it. And there was changes in the book writing process. But you have a, I guess, impending author, and you have a very well accomplished author here who are readily available to tell you about Buddhism, books you can get here and signed a copy. It's going to worth a lot of money when he becomes even more famous than me, a monk of 1 million followers. He's going to have millions and millions, perhaps 1 billion down the road. I believe that. I truly believe his cause, his mission, his standpoint, and his conviction is about world peace, a kindful nation for Canada, and the entire world being kindful and more mindful. So I really hope to see all of you come and get a copy of this here in Toronto Monday and meet both of us. We're gonna have all sorts of programs that you can discover West End Temple has to offer for your children. If you have a family, time to consider bringing them towards the Dhamma. When I was here, which is an hour ago, and the students came up to pay respect, and they are from all walks of life, and most notably Bangladesh, India,
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Yeah, okay. Very diverse community here, and to see the students' deep conviction and faith and sattha in the Dhamma, and most importantly, towards the Sangha, because the Buddha lives by and through us, and the Dhamma lives by and through us. So the Sangha, which is bhikkhus, we are the living teachings of the Buddha. Everyone knows that the teachings are scattered in different nikayas and the suttas, and we are tirelessly always at the monastery dissecting, disseminating, organizing what needs to be taught at this time in our society. So it is with great joy, with great jubilance, that I bring this good news to all of you. The discovery and the continuous sustaining of our mindful attention to our great teacher, Most Venerable Sarnapala. And you all can feel free to write any questions that you have across my social media. You all can check out his website, which is the urbanbuddhistmonk.org. Yeah, org. Or you can Google it, the Urban Buddhist Monk.
And also our mission website is Canada, a mindfulnation.ca.
Yes, a mindful nation.
Canada, a mindfulnation.ca.
Canada, a mindfulnation.ca. Yeah. You see, I have much to learn. Mindfulness myself. And you all are well aware that he holds missionaries around the globe, particularly in Southeast Asia. I believe your last one was delivering food for the needy in Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh, in India, also in Sri Lanka.
Right. See, he doesn't know that I follow him every step he makes, so that all of us can do the same for the world, as our great Buddha taught us, to give more and take less. You know what also strikes me in a way, in a very special way, is I used to be Catholic, and we all know the Catholic relief programs, but it's rare because Buddhist monks don't have that same support elsewhere in the world. And to see Venerable Sarnapala to be leading frontier, front line, to help the needy, the poor, and the destitute, something that I've been very passionate talking about, and inspiring other people to take that step in giving back to our nation and other countries, our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, who don't know who we are, and we don't know who they are, but we know that they don't have access to water, to food, and they're awaiting to just survive. Nonetheless, the opportunity and privilege to hear the Dhamma, as all of you are doing here. So I hope to further my discussion and conversation in the next couple of days about how we're going to proceed on forward, keyword the how, effectively and efficiently, Buddhist monks can come together to effect world change. And it will start here with Toronto, Canada, and it will slowly have this spread elsewhere around the world. Hopefully, he has already been a model, and hopefully he will be continuous model for other monasteries, other monks, and the emerging young monks to see that we can do more and we will do more in effecting world change. So, I mean, you all can see how excited I am talking about it, and we can sit here for hours. But out of consideration for Venerable Sarnapala and his continuous agendas, just wanted to go live, let everyone know what is going on, meeting all of you on Monday. And we are here, I am here to serve the people of Canada, and I will most likely come back here just because I love it already. So please feel free, don't be shy to let us know your spiritual needs, guidance, counseling, and I will make my agendas towards coming back and often here to Canada. I don't think both of us will never stop serving because there's so much joy in it. And for all of my followers, please come visit Venerable Sarnapala to feel his presence and the happiness that you all see on your screen when he's doing the grab your coffee daily. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm laser focused into him, and he has this infectious smile that reminds us to choose happiness always. So, not going to give out any more secrets and how we're going to encounter all of you this Monday coming up. But once again, Monday, and let me see if Venerable Sanapal have anything else to add, because I've been grabbing the microphone this whole time.
Yeah. No, thank you, Venerable Trita, for visiting me all the way from Florida, and I'm very happy for you, and also happy to see how actively you're actively socially, spiritually engaged. I think this is part of what we call engaged Buddhism.
Yes.
It's like we have to go out to people. We can use whatever means available for us to share the Dhamma for the greater benefit of everyone around the world. I think social media plays a unique and a great role in bringing Dhamma to people in every corner of the world. Excuse me for my voice. This is not my regular voice because I have this lingering cough, and I have been coughing for more than 2 weeks now.
Oh.
It's in the recovery process now. So this is not my regular voice. But I'm very happy for his presence there. And in fact, I invited him to give my weekly Dhamma talk in my weekly meditation class, and we had a lot of people. But his plane, I think, landed around 7:15. So my session is from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So we are going to have a special session on Monday at 6:30 local time, Toronto time, and we would like to invite all the young people to come here to just come and greet and learn and ask a question, and also I will do book signing as well. And if people are interested in reading this book, and I wouldn't mind doing the book signing for you. So thank you for doing what you're doing. And Dhamma is a unique gift. And when I started this bi-weekly sutra discussion, and of course I invited a lot of monks, but Venerable Tridao voluntarily contacted me. He said he would be very interested in joining us. I said I was very happy to hear from him, and so I invite him to join this bi-weekly discussion because his perspectives also makes much sense. I think we young monks living in the 21st century in the West, we have our own perspective. The way we see could be different. So when we understand your perspective, when you understand my perspective, when both of us understand the other person's perspective, then we find a harmony in it. So this is so we can develop more self-respect, mutual respect and understanding. So based on mutual understanding, mutual respect, we can do much more. We become a stronger community. And so my whole purpose is to bring kindfulness principle to everyone. And so that's why I have this global mission calling every country a mindful and kind nation. This is not a religious thing or cultural thing. You be whoever you are. I don't want it to change your religion or your cultural values. All I want people to understand we all are human beings. As human beings, there's a way to live happily and peacefully. And I strongly believe kindfulness principle has the power to bring us closer and live in harmony. And it's very simple. It's come from two words, kindness and mindfulness. This kindfulness term has been coined by the famous Buddhist monk Ajahn Brahm. But I use that principle to bring a greater good to the world, encouraging people to practice kindfulness in two steps. That is, be mindful to be kind to yourself. And second step, be mindful to be kind to others. I think being kind to yourself is very important. If you're not being kind to yourself, you can't be kind to others. If you can't make peace with yourself, you can't make peace with others. So making peace with yourself is a priority. Being kind to yourself is a priority. And so when we become kind, as Dalai Lama always says, if you have kindness in your heart, you will be happy. If you have kindness in your heart, others will be happy. So I believe this kindness practice will bring peace and happiness in the world. So now imagine every citizen of a country embraces this kindness. Every citizen of a country becomes mindful and kind. Then the entire country, the nation will be mindful and kind. So this is the principle I would like to share. And that's why in this book, actually during the COVID time, I invested a lot. So I had free time and I wrote down all the stories and the principles I have been teaching. And then I had two students who edited this book. Then I had to, actually this is published by a very famous Canadian publishing company called Freeson Press. They don't publish books by all the people. They're very selective. So they love this theme, and so they were very interested in this one. So in this book, you can actually find a lot of stories and a lot of principles. Very simple English, and anyone can understand. And the whole purpose of this book is to help people become more mindful, more peaceful, kinder, happier, healthier, and stronger. And so now imagine you are happy, you are healthy, you are strong, you are mindful, you are kind. Then your family will be mindful and kind. And then people around you will be mindful and kind. This is how we build this special bridge of kindness. We have, let's say today, we built this bridge of kindness. And as a result of that, you came to see me. Now here we are sitting together having this very pleasant conversation based on understanding and respect. So now imagine all the people around the world. Now it's 8 billion. Now 8 billions of people. If they had to consider this kindness principle, I believe the entire world will become mindful and kind world. So I would like to invite all of you to come to our center in Mississauga, Toronto, located at 3133 Cawthra Road. So we are going to have this meet and greet the monks and have a pleasant conversation and also the book signing. And if you have questions on that day, it would be a unique opportunity to ask the questions in person and to have a conversation. So I would like to invite all of you to come on Monday. Thank you.
I'm just so mesmerized when he's talking. But yes, as the forthcoming days to come, On the back of the book, it talks about, in very bold letters, that first line right there, it says, in a world that feels increasingly dark and dangerous. And my standpoint in Buddhism in the threefold training is sila, which is the gift of safety. So all of us can sit and reflect for a moment. Yeah, it feels, how does that make you feel? And Maya Angelou said, I can forget what you said to me, I can forget what you did to me, but I'll never forget the way how you make me feel. And if we feel that we're in a dark and dangerous world, then we need to do something about it, because we have a privilege to know and we have a duty to act. And the first step, like he said, is to look at one's own situation. And if we're not at peace with ourselves, how can you smile at your neighbor, with your neighbor, talk to your neighbors in our world? So this conversation will be a continuous conversation with all of you. We're just giving you the preface on the outside of it. And I'm going to plan some more talks with all of us. But just know that I'm here doing research in sociology, and we've already touched upon some hot issue subjects. And pending Venerable Sana Paula's approval and the green light, I like to talk a little bit more about sila and samadhi, and subsequently panya for all of us here. But we thank all of you for being wonderful listeners, and thank you so much for your time today. We already have a couple people coming in, so I'll let him encounter with the devotees that have come to speak with him. But may you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. And until Monday coming up, and if the opportunity exists, I can give a little bit more talks between then at my residence here. But thank you all, and we're going to go offline for now. Take care.
Yeah, thank you. See you on Monday.